So the crazy Hoyoverse Twitter stands are back. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I've talked a lot about the Hoyoverse boycott, which are pretty much a movement in quotation marks that are very anti-Hoyo for a lot of the things that they've done to their games, including stuff like bad rewards, treatment of the players, and also some of the character designs. Now, this was one of the main things that actually triggered the Hoyoverse boycott movement, was the version 5.0 coming to Genshin Impact, which is the natlan update. Now, a lot of people argued that a lot of these characters were a little bit too white for the region, as natlan is supposed to be an area that's supposed to be heavily influenced by a lot of areas like Mexico and also some places in Africa, meaning that we expected to see a lot of like darker characters in the game. But as you can see here, a lot of the characters look very, very pale. Like, I'll be real. Now, some of them are alright, like Mualani looks pretty decent. There was like one or two that were a little bit darker skinned, which is great to see, but most of them were like really, really pale for an area that is supposed to be really hot, which the Hoyoverse boycott account and also a lot of people following it argued was a terrible thing and worth boycotting the game. But it is worth pointing out that one of their clauses in this boycott is that you can play the game, just don't spend money on it, which again isn't really a boycott and proves just how stupid this overall movement is. But recently they've gotten even more fuel to boycott the game, which they actually haven't made a statement on yet, but it's to do with the new Honkai Star Rail character, which there's a lot of people arguing on Twitter that they kind of messed up with the character design. So in this video, we're going to be going through everything you need to know about this character, and also what people are so mad about, and and whether they should actually be mad about it, or whether this is just another group of crazies just being really weird online. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over to GamerSubs, use my code Kazuo and get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. I definitely recommend going over there and checking out a ton of stuff, because I'm sure there's definitely something there that you'd like. But let's get back into the video. So as I said, Honkai Star Rail actually released this the other day. It's a new character called Rappa, and pretty much she is one of the Galaxy Rangers who we've seen. Obviously, Acheron claimed that she was one of them, and also Boothill is a Galaxy Ranger. And I think overall her design looks very, very interesting. It caught a lot of people's eyes as it's very like futuristic and unique. Obviously, we've only seen that on a few characters, such as like Silverwolf. It's really great to see the overall style of Honkai Star Rail adapting and changing, and that we've got so many different styles of characters, not just some like traditional characters, because with a lot of the Zhanzhou Lofu characters, they do wear a lot of like traditional clothing, which does make it seem a little bit old-fashioned, but it's great to see some of these like newer kind of futuristic characters coming into the mix to kind of show us that, hey, we're not living in the dark ages in Honkai Star Rail. And overall, I do think it's a very, very cool character design. Now, the overall style of her seems like some kind of delinquent character, maybe something to do with like graffiti, kind of stuff like that, which again is very, very interesting, but a lot of people were not happy with this. With a lot of people comparing her character design to Mori Calliope, which she actually put up on Twitter, putting question mark, question mark, question mark, as Twitter actually put up something on their explore page saying Mori Calliope joins Honkai Star Rail, which obviously isn't true. But again, we're saying close enough, welcome to Honkai. And again, it was the funniest thing ever. But there were some people that didn't like this character design as they felt like the character's skin was not the right color. Which again, seems to be a big issue of Hoyoverse fans at the moment, is that they can't just enjoy a character for the character that's been put out. And pretty much this user said, another day, another miHoYo made up outrage by progressive Western fans. Honkai Star Rail released a character who is a rapper. Very sane and anti-racist fans started attacking miHoYo because of skin color on a fictional character, as usual. Lots of I fixed it posts predictably. Some started blaming Mori Calliope and are again sending mean comments towards her, which again is absolutely crazy, as she's got nothing to do with this at all. I know she said she looked like the character, but she hasn't actually had any influence on it. Then they said pink women truly can never catch a break, and miHoYo's Western fans continue to show the rest of the internet how unlikable they are, which is completely true. And then they leave a couple of screenshots here of pretty much people being unhappy with this. How do you make a black-coded character and fumble? Now, honestly, I don't feel like this is particularly a black-coded character. I mean, anyone can be a rapper, anyone can be a graffiti artist, anyone can have some kind of like street fashion. I don't think this is necessarily a black-coded character. Now, would it be nice that Honkai Star Rail added some more darker characters? Obviously, I think it would be, as it would add a lot of diversity to the game. And as we saw with Genshin Impact, they're trying to add a little bit of that to that too. So again, it would be really nice to see it being added to the game, but I wouldn't say that they like necessarily avoided making this character darker. I just think that's how they made the character, honestly. I don't think that they went, oh yeah, maybe her skin's a little bit too dark here, let's change it like a little bit whiter. They're saying that they fumbled it. I don't think that's the overall case. I think they just came up with a very cool character design. And then the next post saying, miHoYo, for the love of God, stop making these white women rap, which again, I don't really get, it's like, okay. I don't know what people have against white women rapping, but yeah, it seems like people really hate that. Then there's a lot of comments as well saying somehow this is Mori Calliope's fault, saying, I'm ready for the worst white girl rap I've ever heard. The type that has people saying, I never like rap, but this is epic. If you know, you know. And then they put disgusting fool off man. And someone put people putting Mori Calliope in the same game as Robin and Firefly. What happened? Like, again, this has nothing to do with it at all. Obviously, a lot of people were talking about Mori because she looks like the character, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same character. Just because they have pink hair doesn't make them the same character. It's kind of insane that people are getting so angry about this. And then they put Mori Calliope in the game before black people, which again is absolutely crazy to say. And I know that Mori Calliope does do a lot of like rapping and stuff like that, but again, the only similarities are the rapping and the pink hair. But again, people don't like that apparently, and it's just crazy to see and kind of proves how horrible the Hoyoverse community can be at times. Obviously, there's a lot of good people in this community too, like probably you watching the video right now. If you're somewhat interested in this, then I'm sure that you're somewhat interested in Hoyoverse and Hoyoverse games. And again, most of you are alright. It's just some of these people that are just like really crazy, that go like insane on Twitter. And I think the main thing is that they feel like no one's watching them when people actually are. And then we got the last post here saying Hoyoverse works quick, but I work faster. And they've pretty much, yeah, just made it darker, which they did do with the Genshin Impact update as well. They made some of the characters darker and went, hey guys, I fixed it. Which again is the weirdest thing to do with a character, especially when the design has already been, you know, finalized. Now, obviously, people can make fan art however they want of making it darker, I guess. But again, it's just incredibly weird to be so obsessed with the, you know, skin color of a character that it drives you to go into some kind of like digital art program and actually change the skin color of a character. I mean, you know, they haven't just kind of like drew over the top of it. They've done a pretty good job there of making the skin dark. So they definitely spent a lot of time working on it, which is just crazy to me that they've actually done that and they actually care that much, because honestly, it's really not the biggest problem in the world. And as I said at the start of the video, it would be nicer to have some darker characters in the game, but if this character hasn't been released like that, then it hasn't. You know, you can't change anything about that. I can completely get why people would be angry that there isn't enough reputation in Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact and whatever, but going after a specific character and saying that this character was black coded is absolutely insane. Obviously, Mihoyo, whenever creating this character, had this whole design in mind, and obviously it's not going to be black coded if they intend on it being black coded, if you get what I mean. So again, there's a lot of crazy people out there at the moment, so I'd definitely stay away from them, and hopefully this all calms down in the future, whenever, obviously, after this character releases. And also, Natlan just released today, so hopefully that calms down a little bit too, and that maybe they release a few more darker characters in the game. Hopefully they do. We'll have to wait and see in the future, and I will definitely keep you guys updated if that happens. Yeah, overall, this is a crazy situation that I just wanted to quickly cover, as, you know, it was trending quite a bit on Twitter recently. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go over to GamerSubs, use my code Kawza. As I said, you can get 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. It's really easy. You can literally go down to the link below, scroll through, have a little browse, and then it should be automatically added if you use my link. So yeah, I'd definitely go over there, check them out, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.